Now dear, we want you to be as brave as you can. Listen to what the bailiff and prosecutor tell you, and it will all be over soon.
Everything will be alright, Alice. Once justice is served, you won't have to deal with anyone picking on you anymore.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. I just don't want to be tormented at school is all. I don't care about being moved to different classes or seats, I just want the bullying to stop.
It's gonna stop, rest assured.
Michael, thank goodness. Do you have the files we need?
I have just enough evidence to support both of your claims and to determine whether or not the mother of Dora Rowe should be held accountable for encouraging her actions against your daughter.
Thank you so much. I can't wait for those bullies to meet you, Michael.
Now remember what you girls practiced last night. Make sure to make the stories believable enough to make the judge swing the vote.
And once we win this case, the Perkins money will have our names imprinted on it.
Girl, those troublemakers won't stand a chance against us.
I know, right? It's a shame she didn't fight back, or we would have had her expelled back to B-City. Well, it's payback time, bitches.
It is time.
Alex, I just want to wish you good luck out there. I see your lawyer looks really suited for this outcome.
Thanks, guys. Your support means everything. Especially for you, Husna. I'm glad you got out of that ship when you did.
Believe me, Alice, I didn't want to be your enemy either way. All I want is to see Dora be taught a lesson she won't forget.
Well, I don't mean to interrupt, but we are up. It's now or never.
Now, Mrs. Perkins, would you tell me in your own words what happened on Thursday, while you were at school?
I spotted a note on my locker that told me to meet Reginald and Husna outside of the basketball court. When I got there, I was instead greeted by two of Dora Rowe's fan base. I don't even know their names, nor have I spoken to them before. And before I could walk away, one of the girls shoved me on the blacktop. Then, the girls grabbed at me and pulled my hair. I tried to fight back, but I was worried that word of me fighting would get me kicked out. So I endured it. I can't remember anything else.
I see. And are those girls who attacked you in the courtroom today?
Yes, Your Honor. They are right over there. Sitting next to Dora.
Objection. Your Honor, Alice is just confused. There was no evidence that Dora constructed an unprovoked attack.
Objection sustained. This is a sincere claim, madam.
Your Honor, I would like to begin cross-examination. I call to the stand Alicia Houston.
Very well. Mrs. Houston, to the booth, please.
So, Mrs. Houston, why did you attack Alice Perkins?
I didn't. She tried to attack me and Aaliyah first, because she wanted to take after her older brother, by stealing one of our friends, and trying to start a fight she knows she can't win. Dora told me all about Kenward Perkins and his criminal record, from causing a disruption at a comic and game store, to shoplifting and encouraging a flash mob robbery. If he got hit by a police car, it's because he deserved it.
I see.
I don't think Kenward and Alice deserve to live here in Croft County. They only moved here with their family just to cause trouble here. And I agree with what Alicia said. Alice tried to provoke us, so that's why she was shoved and knocked out.
I am the manager of the school board here. And I warned Mrs. Perkins that if she didn't keep her toes in the line, I was going to have her removed immediately. My daughter and I actually ran into Kenwood one day, and as usual, Kenwood started to testify his evil personality.
Your Honor, may I please take the stand? If I had done awful things at Vion City, it is because of my low self-esteem, lack of involvement, and most of all, no common sense. Ever since I was involved in the near-fatal police accident, I realized the huge mistake I have made shoplifting, and was offered a chance to make amends.
Okay, now tell us, since moving to Croft County, did you in any way teach your sister Alice to fight my client Dora?
Absolutely not. She had already started taking junior black belt courses for 2 weeks. She was just not prepared to use what she learned at that moment.
Aha, so that means she learned that behavior from the fitness center. It's also clear to me that you also harassed my clients while you were on your so-called date. Is that correct?
No. They harassed us. You know why? Because they still see me as the troublemaker I was, when I have already stopped doing that stuff. They are the troublemakers, ma'am. I made a vow to my family to protect my sister from here on out, so there.
Any questions?
No, sir.
The only reason I made fun of Alice is because I didn't want to make fun of her. Dora forced me to be her friend just to pick on other girls, because she wanted me to be just like her.
And how long have you and Dora been friends?
We were friends since the day we started 6th grade. If Dora was my friend, she wouldn't be pulling my hair to do things I don't like to do. I'm only 13 for God's sake, and your definition of friendship is hazing people to do awful things. I only saw the picture when I was talking with one of Alice's friends at a local market. Reginald Coleman wanted me to consider ending things with Dora, and that's why she got her other friends to beat up Alice in broad daylight.
When I went to find Alice, I found her outside at the basketball court unconscious. She wasn't responding, so I called her mom and used first aid on her. She woke up, but she felt weak. After the incident, Alice was sent to the nurse's office, and then I avoided Dora to this day. Me and Alice decided that we needed to distance ourselves from anyone we may find uncomfortable. So we sat in the mid-back of the classroom as of this week.
That crazy lady did not punish her daughter, at all. Who allows their teenage girl to beat up other kids and insult them, just because their family member has done things no different to other people? We tried reaching out to the school, even holding PTCs, but it is always the same result. As a last resort, I had no alternative but to hire Michael to represent us in this case against the family of Dora, and her friends as well.
I suppose I'm finished here. Just teenage stuff, nothing else.
I'm gonna need a recess. Let's meet back here in 1 hour.
It's almost over, Alice. We'll soon see who the judge rules in favor of once recess is over.
Are you sure? The judge may or may not rule in favor of me. We may have to move back to Vion City, and I have to drop out of middle school.
Don't say that. The jury will come to an agreement, and even if you don't win, you still have me and Reginald as friends. Dora and her mother are not going to get in our way. Trust me.
The jury has made their verdict. Considering the facts of the matter between the Rose and the Perkins, and from what I've learned from each story, it is clear to me that I hereby rule in favor of I hereby rule in favor of the Perkins family.
What?
Based on the records that Michael had shown me, I want to agree that everything that Alice Perkins went through was a result of her past trauma from the reformed Kenward Perkins. and based on the input, I also agree that Natalie Rowe, the head of the school board, failed to take disciplinary actions against her daughter and her allies. As a result, I'm going to reward the Perkins family $200,000 in compensation, pain, and suffering.
Thank God.
Mrs. Rowe, I hereby convict you of dissent and disregard for your daughter's responsibilities and must fine you $200,000. As for your daughter Dora, Alicia, and Aaliyah, I find you 3 guilty of disorderly conduct, assault, harassment, and defamation, and sentence the 3 of you to 6 months of community service. Natalie, I also hereby request your employer to strip you from your role as head of the school board.
No. Your Honor, please don't make them fire me. You can't do this.
My decision is finalized. This matter against the Perkins versus the Rose is over. You are all dismissed.
Well, I guess that's it. Dora and her mom have been defeated, and you won't have to worry about them bothering you anymore, Alice.
Thanks, Reginald. I couldn't have done it all without you.
So, I guess I'll see you next week at school.
Yeah. You too.
Well, that was fun. We took out 2 Karens with 1 judge. Now they are out of the picture, along with the girls who attacked you. What do you say we eat out at Terry's?
Yes. This calls for one heck of a celebration. Let's do it.